This is Moments with Foo with James Foo Torres, better known as Foo, the show that takes you around the world to share interviews with some of the most successful and relevant people on the planet, hear their stories, and get the most important business lessons they have learned on their road to success, and get exclusive advice on how to implement their success into your life and business. Moments with Foo is brought to you by the Strategic Advisor Board and your host, Foo.
Hey, are you looking to scale your business from 5 figures to 6 figures or 6 figures to 7 figures? If you are, I have the perfect thing for you. What I want you to do today is I want you to go download a book. This book is going to take you through my 3-pillar system. It's 100% free. All you have to do is go to growfast.cash. I say again, go to growfast.cash and you're going to be able to download my free international best-selling book, which is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. You can take that book. It's going to help you scale your business to the next level. Again, go download it. Be good, be brief, be gone. Growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome to Moments with Foo. I'm your host, James Foo Torres. You can call me Foo. Hence the name of the show. And today I have Tracy Stonaker. She is the founder at OJAS and travel representation. And she does travel representation for Ayurvedic resorts. And that's a term that I learned because of her, because I've heard it before. I've seen it. I just haven't learned it before, but I'm going to let her tell you more about what that means and what she does. But first, Tracy, how are you?
I'm fantastic. Thanks for having me here. This is great.
I use that exact word of like fantastic, or sometimes I say super fantastic.
Super fantastic.
Yeah, I copied it from Mr. Johnson. He has been like a mentor for me in a couple seasons of my life, and he's still in my life, and it's pretty cool. Like guy, big business guy. I mean, he has his own island type big business guy.
That is super fantastic.
Yeah, in Turkey and Caicos. I connected my client with him recently in this weekend, and we're thinking about doing a retreat in Turkey and Caicos. So
that would be spectacular. Yes.
Yes. I'm excited for that. I love connecting my people and making things happen. So let's kick it off with a good introduction about yourself and your company.
So OJAS, I love how you said, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
OJAS, I started, it's a representation company for Ayurvedic resorts around the world. I've been in the travel industry. I've been an Ayurvedic practitioner for 16 years, yoga teacher for 30, and have led retreats around the world. And in the global industry of travel, wellness travel is expected to be like a $700 billion industry yearly next year. And one of the things that's missing in my perspective was Ayurveda. Most people, when they're traveling, if you look at the statistics around wellness travel, they want personalized service. They want nature. They want sustainability. They want everything that is wellness focused, and even biohacks, right? Like that's the whole nother conversation.
I'm all about that.
But Ayurveda,
I'm all about everything.
Right. And what I'm finding is what people want. Ayurveda checks every box. It's just that Ayurveda doesn't have a voice in this industry yet. So
clearly, because I did not know about, and I'm a yogi for like almost 4 years now or so. I mean, I'm being in the wellness and the spiritual yogi world for quite some time, and I've heard it, but I guess nobody defined it for me well enough or something.
Well, the word itself, Ayurveda, the word itself is made up of 2 words. Ayur, meaning life, and Veda is the knowledge of. So together, it's the science of life. Very simple, but very complex. And yoga is definitely a part of it, right? Like we were just talking before, yoga is all about the mind and how to access a sattvic mind, meaning a
A
very
what?
calm, sattvic, which means calm and peaceful and, not too agitated and not too stagnant, right? So we want to live in a sattvic state so that we make better decisions. We don't get anxiety. We don't get too stressed out. Yoga is a great avenue for that. A lot of the times what I see, and I've been in this world, like I said, for 30 years, the idea that asana, the physical postures of yoga, have become yoga in the Western world. And that's just a very small part of yoga. And the reason it is so accessible and so mainstream is that that's one of the avenues to calm the mind. When the body's calm, the mind calms down. When the breath is calm, that's even a deeper access point. So that's a whole nother. Pranayama is quite amazing for that. And Ayurveda and yoga grew up together. So they're both traditional systems from India. Ayurveda is the traditional medicine system in India. So there is surgery that's taught. There's everything. It's all layers of our life, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual, and then that connection that we have to the universe. It's very encompassing and it's very personalized. So what your recommendations would be might be very different than what I would need. You're much younger than me. You're a man. I'm a woman, and understanding the constitution of every person is where Ayurveda becomes very personalized and customized to your needs, where you are in your life, where do you live, what's your career? Like it takes every single thing into consideration. It is
I love
fantastic.
that.
Yeah.
I love that. That sounds super fantastic for me.
Yeah. Yeah. And I say that the best way to understand Ayurveda is to experience it. And, there are Ayurveda practitioners all over the world. And there are actually Ayurvedic resorts all around the world. And what I have found is the most impact you can ever imagine getting from Ayurveda is to go to an Ayurvedic resort and experience a week, 2 weeks, minimum 2 days, 3 days of the various treatments that are offered. And it's life-changing. Life-changing.
I absolutely love that. And I will now be very intentional about searching for these people because I'm already like I have a yoga and wellness event chat inside of my community. So I already been collecting
Yeah.
people, so to speak, right? On like I find these people, like I go to yoga here at the beach and I go to this event and I go that and like I collect people. I like to say that all the time. It's like I'm constantly opening new paths. I like to call myself a trailblazer. I'm a connector. I am the glue that keeps awesome people together. Like, and I pride myself on that. And that's my superpower. And a lot of people tell me that. I make them feel comfortable. They can be themselves. And then I get them with other people that are like that too. So I have my yoga and wellness chat, and then I have like VIP parties, and then I have like media stuff, like going to the radio show and things like that. That's how I segment my community. My community is called El Colectivo, which is the collective in Spanish, and that's what I kind of segment people that way. And I keep them together, right? Like I said again, I'm the glue. So now that I know about this, and I know my people know about this, I know for a fact, like Johanna Godinez, like her thing is called Bay Lifestyle, which stands for Beyond Asana Lifestyle, something like that, right?
Ooh, I like that.
So it's like yoga, because it's like beyond asanas, right? That's the post. So she's all about this. She's training so many things, and it just probably she mentioned things like this, and I just haven't paid attention because I've been more in the pranayama and the asanas and the just kind of like focusing on the things that are more like kind of yogi associated more than like this Ayurveda. But now that I know, now I have the awareness, and now I'm gonna start looking because first of all, I want to go. I want to go and get some treatments, like you said. And also, like, then as I experience it myself and I get this, then I can then organize events and do things, which is something that I'm very passionate about.
Yeah. And what's interesting at Ayurvedic resorts specifically, when you come in, most of the traditional centers are all inclusive. So when you walk in, everything's included. And here's why. You meet with the doctor every day. And he or she will check your pulse, look at your eyes, the typical assessment that Ayurveda is very well known for. And from there, that practitioner will prescribe, and in India we can say prescribe, in America we cannot, recommend your daily herbs, your daily treatments, and your food. So it gets very, very personalized to the point where, yes, I'll tell you, let me give you an example of a typical day at an Ayurvedic center. It's super great. Wake up, whenever you wake up, 5:30, 6 a.m. Your herbs are delivered to your door, and you take your herbs, and then yoga practice will start around 6:30 till about 7:30. And the yoga part of Ayurveda is way different than going to a vinyasa class. Because there's a lot of healing that's happening, it's a much gentler type of practice. And because we don't want to get too agitated and elevated in yoga practice for the calming therapies that are to follow. So then after yoga, you get a little break, and then there's a breakfast for you. And I'm of the constitution, this is funny because I'm a recovering raw vegan. And here I am trying to integrate all these.
What?
Yeah, I was a
recovering raw vegan. What can you define this term before we move forward, because this is a new term for me.
Okay, so I was a raw vegan for 5 years. And
what do you mean by raw?
Nothing vegan? I ate was cooked.
Okay, sorry.
I
did not want to do that.
It was.
Oh God, no! It sounds like pain, like not alive. No.
Well, okay.
No.
If for those of you listening that remember, raw veganism was a thing a few years ago, and basically you're soaking, sprouting, dehydrating, and blending everything you eat. It was so time consuming and so labor intensive, and I was not well. First of all, I was doing it while living in Chicago. And once I started really understanding and grasping the Ayurvedic principles that actually most of our food should be cooked. Because if you think about the digestive fire, that's our Agni. And that is at the core of all the principles of Ayurveda and health in general. If your digestion's off, something else is going to go
right.
awry.
Like your gut is like it's almost as important as your brain, and I've heard so many things about that. So
if your gut's not functioning, your brain's probably not functioning. So, right. Yes, and vice versa.
Do you eat meat now?
I still do not eat meat.
No fish.
I'll eat fish. I will eat fish. Okay. If I'm at a place
no chicken, no, just fish.
Yeah, that is. Since a child, there was a farm at the end of my street, and so I just fell in love with animals, and I couldn't eat them anymore. So
I can be like, oh yeah, you're cute. So good one day. I don't know. I love steak. I just ate a nice, like, huge, like, porterhouse. I think it was. I don't even know. It was.
Yeah, I think I've had steak one time in the last 35 years, 40 years. Mm-hmm.
I had twice in the last 48 hours. So I ate one yesterday, one today. So
and here's the thing. That's just a personal choice based on I could eat meat according to my constitution. I can't bring myself emotionally to do it. That's all.
And that's fine. And if you're able to be healthy without it, there's that's and for me it's just the easiest way. I'm kind of
protein.
Let's say lazy, because high protein meals will get you a lot of nutrients very easy. I just buy a big piece of meat, I just put a little bit of like flavor, and that's it. Like, it's so easy and I'm getting so much nutrients, and then I supplement on the side just in case something's missing, but I'm getting so much out of the meat that, like, I don't have to eat much more.
And
I'm gonna do it, but I can't wait to do an Ayurveda analysis. All
well,
that. I'm so excited about it.
I will tell you, you would not eat meat at an Ayurveda center. But once again,
I'll survive.
But you will. It's temporary, right? It is nothing.
At least fish.
It depends on where you go.
Well, I'm gonna find one that has fish. At least I love fish.
I was at one recently, and our last night we had fish, and it was literally on the Arabian Sea. The fish is caught that day. They bring it in. You see all the boats. It's like a string of pearls across the horizon on the ocean, and then they bring the fish in fresh and they cook it for you. It was amazing. It was the best fish I've ever had.
My grandpa, I do that. I kind of eat. I wouldn't say like regularly, but semi. Like it's not a strange thing, especially when I ask my grandpa. It's like, hey, I want fish. Like, can you get me some fish? Right, and I ask for it when like special occasions or things like that. If sometimes they just have them, right? But and it's like, like he tells me like last night this fish was swimming, like this was caught like this morning or this like, so and oh my God, I can eat so many of those. It's so delicious.
Well, go to Portugal and have some sardines. That's heavenly.
I will. Yeah. Thanks for that. I'm in Puerto Rico, so I mean, it's
You're
pretty
used
good
to
in
it.
here.
Mm-hmm. Well, Chicago, we're not getting anything, so unless it's flown in and frozen. And anyway,
Looking to grow your business beyond 5 figures, 6 figures, 7 figures plus? What I want you to do is go download this book. The title is called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. It will help you grow your business past 5, 6, and 7 figure. Go download the book today, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and download the book for absolutely free.
But going back to the center, you're waking up, you're getting your herbs, you're doing your yoga, you're eating your prescribed breakfast. One of the things that I found to be so disheartening for myself, and I know this about myself, and this is what made me bring up being a recovering raw vegan. I'm not supposed to eat raw food, period. Especially at a Panchakarma center, especially at an Ayurvedic center. So there's like, on the display will be my name next to something I can't have. Like they do prescribe your food. So they're telling you what you can eat, what you can't eat. And I begged and pleaded with the doctor to have, I'm in India. The freshest fruit is growing on the trees right there. I was like, but the bananas and the papaya. And he's like, okay, 1 piece of fruit a day. So I swindled my way into that one. But then after breakfast, you'll get a treatment. And it is prescribed by the doctor. And I will tell you, most people will receive an abhyanga. And an abhyanga is a hot oil massage, warm oil massage, usually traditionally by 2 therapists at one time. So it's a synchronized massage, and it lasts about an hour and a half.
That sounds amazing. That sounds like heaven to me. Oh, my God.
It is heaven. And then you have some downtime, and then there's lunch. And then you'll have a shorter treatment in the afternoon. And that could be like if I went in with my left thumb was hurting, right? And so I would soak my hand in an herbal water, hot herbal water. They love oil and they love heat in Ayurveda. And then you have the free afternoon, and then you have dinner, and then you have meditation, and then you go to bed. So that is a typical day at an Ayurvedic resort. It's all about being, right? It's not about doing. We want to do less and be more, right?
I love that.
And so much about what I find with people that are at an Ayurveda center, especially if they're doing the traditional Ayurvedic detox, which is called Panchakarma, you'll lose inflammation weight. Your aches and pains will go away. You're thinking more clearly. Your digestion gets better. All the thing, weight loss happens naturally, literally without doing anything. And so much about the nerve, it's about calming down the nervous system so the body can heal. We don't heal if we're in fight or flight, right? That actually is breaking down the body. When we're in rest and digest, you're digesting, you're healing, the mind is calm, everything is chill. It's just like it's such an amazing feeling. So imagine doing that for 2 to 3 weeks every day. Yeah.
Sounds like heaven to me.
Yeah. It can be a lot for some people. It can feel intense because especially for those of us that are go, 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 to just, if you're not comfortable sitting with yourself, that becomes the challenge, but the challenge is up here, right? And so it's really nice to have, the staff are always lovely and so supportive, and you meet with your doctor pretty much every day. So you can have these conversations with your doctor like, hey, doc, I'm feeling, agitated. Great, let's do a calming therapy for you. Maybe today you're doing a Shirodara where they're doing this warm oil across the forehead, and it is so relaxing. It's so amazing. Yeah. So there's lots of great treatments that can happen while at an Ayurvedic center. And they're all personalized to you. The herbs are personalized. The oils are personalized. Like, it goes so deep to being specific to you and the ultimate goal that's trying to be achieved by the end of your stay. Yeah.
So I've been in this journey of healing myself, right? Like prioritizing becoming an expert on myself.
Mm-hmm.
And given that I do marketing, my mission has always been, even before I kind of started heavily on this spiritual journey, has always been like, well, as I do marketing, my purpose is to amplify the impact of people that are doing good in the world so they can do more good. And then my indirect impact becomes exponentially higher, because there's only so much that I can do alone. But if I, with marketing, let other get heat, and that's why I've been diving into the healing space. I work with tax firms, so those are the ones that pay most of my bills, all that stuff. Most of my money comes from there. But because I even see it almost as it's almost healing, because I focus on the tax, right? So tax is something that people lose sleep on. Everybody hates it. And I work with people that create, one of the companies that I work with is called My Oasis Tax Advisory Services, right? So they are creating this, hey, come here, it's fine, doesn't matter how bad your situation is, we'll solve it, we'll help you, right? And they focus a lot on the resolution, resolving, you own $400,000 to the IRS, you haven't filed in 3 to 5 years, whatever like that. Or the planning, it's I'm expected to pay a lot of money, so what can I do to pay as little as possible legally, right? Mm-hmm. So it is almost like a healing thing, because they give peace of mind to the clients, right? So, and then my focus, since I started very deep into the spiritual world, I'm like, look, I experience being in retreats and even festivals are kind of retreats, right? I'm gone for 3 to 5 days and things like that, right? So I'm like, I want more of this. I love this. I want to do them myself, and I want to go to other people, and I want to live out of this. This is amazing. I want to do it as much as possible, because I can focus on myself. I can help others also focus on themselves and heal. I'm like, look, what better than healing the world? That's the thing. So when I hear these things about Ayurveda, I'm like, this is great. This is amazing for me to focus on, because now I can look for people here. I can connect them with people like you, that I can bring people to have Ayurvedic resorts options in Puerto Rico. Mm-hmm. And then also not just you, but also how we met, which mm-hmm. is the retreat match community, right? Which I do fractional CMO work for them, where Catherine Contos is the leader, right? So a very, very, very tight relationship. So this is so aligned mm-hmm. for me, that I'm so glad that we connected, because it's something that I want. I could people call it alternative medicine, or
it's the original.
And it's the original, right? It's the original, but now the traditional has become this mainstream, mm-hmm. just pills, or inject something, try to treat symptoms, and getting to the root, and just really focusing on very personalized, functional, traditional, original, the oldest types of medicine. And there's a reason why it has maintained for so long, right? It's because if it didn't work, it would have be gone by a long time ago, right?
Well, and the beautiful thing about Ayurveda is it's based on nature, and the laws of nature never change. So it is based on the fundamental 5 elements, but they break it into 3. So there's Vata, Pitta, Kapha. And Vata, Pitta, I know, and we probably don't have time to go into all of this right now, but Vata is the quality of air, lightness, cold, wind, those kind of things. Pitta is the quality of fire, of transformation, right? And then Kapha is the quality of earth and water together. And, they combine a couple of them together to make these, then they're called doshas. And Kapha is represented, especially in the body, by bones and structure and solidness. And it's represented in every single thing to various degrees. So therefore, your constitution, you probably have more pitta than I do. I'm getting older. I'm moving into a vata stage of life. So literally it gets really, really specific. And also one of the things about nature, circadian rhythm, right? I find it so interesting, and I guess I'm grateful for it, that Western medicine, people are winning Nobel Prizes over circadian rhythm of the body, circadian rhythm of the cells. They're also, that's just nature in general, right? In Ayurveda, it's almost more important when you eat than what you eat. When you sleep is really, really important versus how much sleep you get. So there are certain things.
I've heard about these things.
These are just fundamental things that, go to bed when it's dark, wake up when it's light, eat your biggest meal in the middle of the day. Like that is.
I've been following that.
At the most basic part, but we tend to eat these large meals at night. I go to Europe and people are eating at like 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock at night. And I'm like, oh, I've already had dinner at 5 or 6. And, you want to go to bed with a relatively empty stomach. And then waking up early and doing your spiritual practice and starting your day calm. So a lot of people now, the first thing they do is they reach for that phone. It's like, oh, you're starting your day off with stress. How do you think the rest of your day is going to be?
I know that, like, I'm guilty of that. Not all the time, but like sometimes it's just like, oh, let me see the time. Let me see this, blah, blah, blah. Yep. But, I am conscious about it.
Yep. And one day you'll change.
About that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. And I mean, there's days I just look at the time real quick and then I don't look at my phone. I just, I do yoga, I start like cleaning, I read a book, I go to the bathroom, like I hydrate, I do all those things and I don't use my phone. And then suddenly it's like, it's been an hour, 2 hours that I've been awake. I already went out, I took some sun on my eyes and like my body. And then I grounded, like I now let me take my phone, right?
Yeah.
So, and those days are amazing. So today was a great day, even though I did use my phone, but then I disconnected and then I went and I grounded and all that. So like it kind of like set me up on the right trajectory.
One of the things that I've had clients do is actually sleep with their phone in another room.
Yeah, that's the easiest thing. It's just like leave it. Yeah, I great.
Remove that barrier, right? Like just
and also like even if you think about it, on like this is radiating all the time.
I know,
EMFs. So like so you take it out, right, and just like you sleep better, all that stuff, right? So I get it. So look, we're coming up to 26 minutes now. So this has been amazing. I feel like I can talk to you forever because I mean I'm so interested about this and I hope to keep connecting on this. And then I'll connect you with all the Ayurvedic resources that I found here and the people. So like count on that because as long as we don't lose touch. So make sure that you're in the retreat match community, at least the mixer, so we see each other once a month and things like that because it's the easiest way to stay in touch. So
I have an ebook that will be coming out shortly that I wrote just for retreat leaders on why to choose Ayurvedic resorts. So it's a wealth of resources for you. Yeah.
Beautiful. I'll definitely will love to have that and also being able to like share it around, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Perfect. So who you're looking to connect and how can people find you?
They can find me at ojasglobal.com is my website, OJASglobal.com. I tend to connect with anyone interested in Ayurveda travel. So mostly travel advisors, especially retreat leaders, and anyone interested in experiencing Ayurveda at an Ayurvedic resort anywhere in the world. And, you don't have to go to India. They're in North Carolina. They're in Cuba. They're in Germany, Austria. Yeah. Mexico. Mm-hmm. So it isn't about trekking to India, although India is near and dear to my heart. And I definitely prefer that. Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for that. And we'll have the descriptions on the links in the description, so people can reach out to you if they want to talk anything related to that. So thank you for all the knowledge, the perspective, the good time, because it's been fun for me and educational.
It's been amazing. Thank you.
So this was Tracy and Foo, and this is us signing off.
Namaste.
Hey, we all want to scale our business. Hey, I have the answer for you today to help you do that. If you're looking to scale from 5, 6, even 7 figures and beyond, book called Be Good, Be Brief, Be Gone. I'm going to give it to you for free. All you have to do is type in growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash, and you can download the book for absolutely free. I hope the book helps you this year. Take your business to the next level. Again, go grab the book, growfast.cash. I say again, growfast.cash. I wish you the best, and grow, scale, and win.
Thanks for listening to Moments with Foo with your host, Foo. Please leave your feedback and visit strategicadvisorboard.com to get the latest and greatest business advisement on the planet. Follow us on social media for updates, and we will see you on the next episode.
There it is. Magnum. Holy moly.
Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for!
Dear God.